for being here.
Okay, this is more intense and emotional than I was expecting, so please forgive us. But
Told you.
I was going to memorize this, and I told Bryan I would, and he's like, I'm going to print mine out, and I didn't memorize it. So, I just want to briefly mention the venue we're at tonight, the Vidiots Theater. Bryan and I are both members and really big fans of this place. We love the programming. I've introduced some stuff here. But unfortunately, the Vidiots community experienced a tragic loss last week. And before we get into our introduction and our long list of special thanks, we want to take a very brief moment to pay respects to Doug Jones and everyone affected by his passing.
All right, I'll hop on. You're about to see Scott Pilgrim take off in a whole new way that only animation can achieve. We're honored to have some of our collaborators at Science Sorrow here tonight, all the way from Tokyo, including our series director, Abel Gongora. I don't know if you can, it's probably too dark to see them, but they're back there somewhere.
You should stand up.
You guys
here,
wanna
and everyone
stand?
should clap because he's awesome. All right, so we have a lot of people to thank, and I'm going to try to go fast, but not too fast so you can't understand me. So I want to say thanks to Anna Monoguchi and Joseph Trapanese for their incredible score. You might have heard some of it while you were sitting here. I think all of it is really sick. And also Joe's team, Jason and Thomas. We're so fucking happy with all the music in this show. Thanks to UCP and Lakeshore for all their help with a very complicated soundtrack, which was all our fault. And it's going to be out on digital next week.
Next week.
And thanks to the brilliant Dean Hurley for creating some special audio for episode 3 that'll make sense once you see it.
I don't know who of these people are here, but thank you to our tireless UCP execs, Josh and Ryan. Post-producer Daniel. Voice director Tony Oliver, the legend from the original Robotech. Everyone at Bang Zoom. Our assistant, Mal Smith. I don't know where John, thank you. Dylan and Kohei at Netflix, thank you guys so much. And thank you especially to Josie, Hallie, Margaret, and Mackenzie for running all the marketing and PR.
All right, so I'm going to do like the 14th thank you to our EPs. Everyone else just had to keep doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So thank you to Edgar, Adam and Jared, Mark Platt, and also our really brilliant cast, which I honestly cannot believe that some of you are here.
They're here.
It's the weirdest thing.
You guys notice?
I didn't know that was going to happen until now. But I have to thank all the EPs on my own separately because they made Scott Pilgrim before, but this is the first time where they had to put up with me. So thank you personally. And finally, I want to thank my girlfriend Chris for everything.
Thank you, Chris and Mary, for putting up with us. Okay, so, and you know what? I gotta thank the fans, because the fans, many of them worked on the show. We wouldn't be here without them. And, let's give it up for the fans. All right, so now, right before we throw it to the show, what are we gonna say? There are some surprises in this show. You might be surprised. I know a lot of you have waited years, perhaps decades for this. So, all we're gonna say is very gently, let's try not to spoil the fun for anyone outside of this room.
We would really appreciate it if you don't go on like Reddit or Twitter or a big group chat and say all the big surprises from the show because we're hoping we can keep them secret a little bit longer.
There's only 1 week left.
But if you love the show, feel free to talk about how much you love it. That would be great. But we're trying to keep all that until the show drops on November 17th. And on that note,
enjoy the first 3 episodes of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
There'll be a Q&A after there's 3 episodes and we'll have a brief Q&A after.
3 episodes, then a Q&A. That's right. We'll be back. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Yay.